manager came in. I guess they talked and they discussed who was who. But with me, I try to be on time within my ability. If I'm going to be late, I'll let the store know, and I'll let everyone who needs to know I'm going to be late. But they don't have to call me and say, "Did you see your load?" Blah blah blah, because I'm responsible. So from the beginning, he was always a nice manager. But over time, when I proved myself that I was responsible, that I can get there safely, I can make my times, because I have split loads. So you have to know how to do your times to make sure you get to both stores.
Okay.
And so it just even got better with my second manager.
So overall, you really not having no trucker issues with U.S. Xpress.
No. And basically, it's not the company itself, it's the fleet manager.
Mm-hmm.
I did have issues when I was over the road, but not dedicated.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. How long have you been dedicated so far?
4.5 years.
Wow.
Most of my time here. Yes,
wow.
I did over the road. Now they ran me now. I did over the road. I went from Maine to California, Utah, Colorado. They worked me them little 6 months.
With your time with U.S. Xpress, man, what was some of the favorite sights or experience that you encountered while you was OTR?
Arizona. I didn't know Arizona had two different temperatures. I always thought Arizona was just the whole state of Arizona was desert. But the more north you go, the colder it gets. Then you start seeing less desert and more trees. Maine, I didn't know Maine had mountains. So Pennsylvania, going through them tunnels. West Virginia, going down the wrong roads, going down them little tiny roads that's not meant for trucks. Mm-hmm. West Virginia is not trucker friendly at all.
No, West Virginia, PA, none of that shit. That's why I say you can keep all of that. Yeah. You can definitely keep all of that.
Definitely going through PA, going through the Amish country.
No. Right?
No.
And you said Arizona. I always say Arizona is like is on the equator. Like I think Flagstaff is like cold as fuck, and then down at the bottom where I was at, it was like it'd be like 90 plus degrees down there, and then up in the like you said, up in the north part where Flagstaff be like -0. Like, god damn it, man.
Yes. Yes, and I never knew that. And California, we got lost. If you better drive. In California, or you're gonna get ran over.
You say you better drive. You better not be pussyfooting around, huh?
Mm-hmm. And also Dallas, Texas. That's another place.
Don't talk about that. Don't. Hey. Don't talk about Texas. Shit, I fuck with Texas.
They have like 10 lanes. They have like 10 lanes. Okay, and they have exit on each side of the lane. Now, if you know how Jacksonville is, and we don't have all of that. Okay, our exit is on one side. So if you're not prepared to get off and you're trying to get over in a truck, they is not going to let you over.
Man, did you request it to be dedicated, or they just gave it to you?
Yes, I did. I wanted to get off that truck before I killed that girl. and I told they separated us in somewhere in Philadelphia. Well, I think one of their terminals. They separated us because I said if I cannot make it back to Florida with her. That's how bad it got.
Wow. Now, Lady Trucker, man, your resume is impeccable right now. 20 years deep in banking and in one industry, and you're still and you're 6 years deep in the trucking industry at one place. That is remarkable, man.
Yeah, and that's what they look at that too when you're looking for another job. They look at if you're job hopping or you just staying long enough to get bonus, the bonus sign-on bonuses or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what they look at, So, and plus, a lot of these companies they promise you the world, but then
it never turns out.
It never turns out that way. So I'm very slow about what I'm doing. But basically, my goal is not to get with another company.
Exactly.
So that's my goal in the near future, very near future.
Now, I don't want to get too personal, but we haven't heard much of your husband after after you got your license and you rocked out. So is hubby still in the picture, and is he still driving?
Yes, hubby is still in the picture, and we own our own business, our own truck.
Okay.
So he moved from company. He moved from the small to the company into his own truck.
So why not team with hubby? What's up?
Yeah, to the no. I'm sorry. No. No.
What?
So number one, he has a stick shift, and if I don't have to learn something, I just blank out. So I know I don't have to learn to drive stick. He tried to teach me, but no.
Oh man! So in other words, you tested out in the automatic.
Yes, I tested out in the automatic, and since now, today you don't need to drive stick. I guess it's a male macho thing. Oh, I got to have me a stick. But
control the truck. That's what's up. Controlling the truck.
I control my truck just fine.
You say you can control it just fine, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, I would just think that, the more money, well, y'all got your own trucking, business. So I guess all the money is coming into the same thing. So that's awesome.
I'll tell you about that, because you hear a lot of people, especially when you're in these trucking groups, sometimes more money is not good money. You might make money, but you might not like your fleet manager. There might be something else wrong. Right now I don't have to make a lot of money at this time because my husband is doing that. So I'm just taking my time and making some moves for myself after we made moves for him. So that's what I'm doing.
That's what's up. The love works makes the dream works. That's what's going on, man. Wow, Lady Trucker, man. It's an honor and a pleasure to finally to get to talk to you, because we broke off after a couple of years. After you left YouTube, I just lost you completely. I mean, it was like maybe here and there, but I lost you completely, and then all of a sudden you pop up on this dumbass app. Like, the fuck?
On TikTok.
I mean,
I don't even know how you found me. I mean, because I do not have a lot of my Facebook friends on my TikTok page because of a number of reasons. You know why? So, because it's.
Well, you on TikTok. I'm not, to be honest with you. I am totally honest that I am really not a fan of TikTok. I mean, I'm really not. I mean, it was an app for kids, teenagers, the TikTok dances and the lip syncs and all like that. And then all of a sudden, after the pandemic, 2020, 2021. It's a gang of adults on that motherfucker now. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's the reason why when adults started coming on, and then the kids was like, "Y'all over 40, and what you doing on TikTok?" So that was my very first video because I seen that. But now you're seeing a lot more of the trucking industry, and people are very interested in trucking. You know, you don't have to do a lot of talking, because sometimes being on YouTube, if you don't really have no good content, you can just be talking about nothing.
Yeah, you could be stagnant on YouTube, and that's why.
Yeah.
You know, okay, I'm gonna stay in my lane, my lane right here. I'm gonna stay in my lane, so I ain't gonna talk about people that ran from YouTube and ran over to TikTok and ran up popularity over there. Not gonna say nothing.
But a lot of people only did not, because it's basically even with YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, but TikTok. You can talk too much on TikTok. Okay, I find out a lot of people like to see what you're actually doing, not just talk about it, but actually see it. You know, see the inside of the world, who never been in a truck, who don't know about trucking, and see our world from the inside out.
Well, you know what? I mean, shout out to the trucking industry that just came in and just took over Kids app. Shout out to y'all. Just saying. But for me, like I said, again, TikTok, like I said, I'm on it, and the only thing that I do is just cross promote with it. I'm not, I don't do none of the, none of that stuff. I'm a YouTuber. I'm used to YouTube and the YouTube bullshit. I'm used to the YouTube algorithm. I mean, I know how the algorithm work on YouTube. I know how to get my, I'm in my niche on YouTube. So I know, what works and what don't works on YouTube. TikTok, on the other hand, it's easy to get followers, which is true. It's easy to get likes, but that's only because of the content is so varied and it's so small, and if you're a female, you're more susceptible of kicking the algorithm's ass more so over a male.
Not necessarily. Now, I mean, yes, at first, when you first get on, and you're different. I mean, for as a female trucker, and you don't look like a she-man. Not to offend anyone, but if you're still trying to wear your nails, trying to wear your hair, and that's not for everybody. But for the ones, yes, it's easy at first, but you have to keep that content going. You have to keep that audience, and try to grow it. Because it can be easily, you can lose people at the same time. Oh, she just another pretty face. She's not talking about anything.
Now, let me ask you this. Now, this is a touchy subject. It's a touchy subject. It's a controversial subject. But how do you feel? How do you feel about some of the truckers on there that's spewing out their sexuality on the app?
Sexuality?
Yes.
Well, it all depends on, what it is, because I have two different types of content. I have my trucking content, then I do have my home content. So that those two different things, because you do want them to know that you're just not a trucker. You're not always just on the grind. You are a woman. You are different. But when it comes to when you put those two together on the truck, that's not reality. When you dress in a certain type of way that it's not really appropriate, all you're doing is attracting attention, because it is a male-dominated industry. So when I see that, it's not appropriate, but that's to each his own.
Yeah, but like I said, it's a touchy subject.
Yeah, it's sending the wrong message. I don't seen some women, not even on TikTok, on Facebook, in trucker group, they wear heels. I mean, if that's what you want to do, but that's not safe. Wearing dresses is not appropriate when you're trying to get out the truck, and then your dress is a high wind and that dress fly up. So you're attracting unwanted attention.
You have a Marilyn Monroe moment.
Yes, I mean, it's a time, for you. If you're doing that at home like I do, I can dress up, because sometimes they don't think, okay, you're always in jeans and boots in t-shirts, bandanas. So hey, I can dress up, I can get sexy, whatever, but still I can get on my grind and do my job.
Exactly. And people watch. People watch. The same people that watch these apps are the same people that's in these fucked up truck stops. The same ones. And they watch you. If you don't think they don't watch you closely, they do. They know what truck you in. Absolutely. They know when you go to the restroom. They know when you come back out. They know how long you're gone. So by you doing, risque stuff on apps like TikTok, some dude might be in the truck looking, see that video that you just posted, and then all of a sudden just happen to look up and be like, So I think it's more of a safety issue than anything.
I mean, regardless of what you don't even have to wear anything sexual. It's still going to be, you're going to still get that attention, especially if you look a certain type of way. You don't look like the normal truck driver. And 9 out of 10, when I do my videos, I'm gone. I'm not there in that area. I'm gone. It's an old video. Basically, like 2 days so I have to edit, and it takes time, cutting and pasting, editing the videos to make it into one. Mm-hmm. So that's me. I don't do live videos and I'm still in that area, because you do have guys asking you, well, where you at today? What's your 20? They trying to see where you at. I never give them my 20, my exact 20. Or let me know when you're going to be in such and such. I don't. I'm gone. So it's a way you can do things. Now, if they still happen to, I never bumped up into anybody who was my TikTok friend, not as of yet, because I go to general areas. I'm in the southeast region, so I don't go all over.
Now, what do you think about? Now, let me ask you this. I think TikTok is the new hookup. Personally,
it is. I mean, I tell you this: you can't get in trouble. I mean, you can't really.
Listen. The whole, not just the trucking community, the BBW community, the LBGQT community, everybody over there is on TikTok. So if you, I think TikTok is the new dating app.
Yes, and but it's even worse on Facebook when you're in them trucking groups, and then you get into them chats. You start chatting online. So Facebook is a little worse, But TikTok is right behind them. You can kind of control TikTok, because you don't have to have direct messages. You can block that.
Right.
And but when you get into those Facebook groups, those individual trucking groups, and then they have a chat, and then now they have meet and greet and all these kind of things, then that's a whole different level right there.
Right, exactly. Drivers, especially female drivers, they fear, we fear a lot of things in trucking. What is or has been your biggest fear in trucking thus far?
I think with anyone, but mostly someone trying to break in your truck, and it doesn't even have to be in a truck stop, because we are everywhere. We can be behind the stores, we can be at a mom and pop, and just basically that's it. I feel safer. At a truck stop, and I try to do everything safely. So that's the fear. But the biggest fear is just getting into an accident, end up killing someone, or you're being killed.
Now,
that's my biggest fear.
Now, for the 6 years that you've been driving, you never been in an accident. But have you, in the 6 years you've been driving, have you seen an accident and then it kind of like changed your mind to come to be like, what did I get myself into?
Yeah, I have heard and seen like one situation where a young lady was driving tanker. I think her tanker, beautiful young lady, caught fire and she couldn't get out. They couldn't get her out. And it was like, man, this is a dangerous job. It is very dangerous, And yeah, I have thought twice, but this is something that I love to do.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. I just make sure my personal stuff is intact. So if anything happens to me, my family be taken care of.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. What is now with U.S. Xpress? We. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. Wait.
We got disconnected.
Yeah. All right. So with U.S. Xpress, and we all know the stigma with U.S. Xpress with big with big mega carriers. We know the tropes and the stigmas that comes with these companies, man. But what is in your opinion, what is one of the biggest misconception about hauling for U.S. Xpress?
I hear a lot, but it's like they have a high turnover. Mm-hmm. That's what I hear. I don't see that. It depends on what area you are in, because the people who I know, especially on my dedicated account, everybody who I seen in the beginning is still there. I'm basically, I see a lot of women coming in, but they'll leave, so I guess, but a lot of the men stay for whatever reason.
All right. Well, Variant is a part of U.S. Xpress. Why? When Variant was coming into play, did you have any thoughts of, trying them out?
No, because once I leave, I'm gonna leave the whole company, not just going to a different umbrella. No.
Oh, that's what's up. What do you think? Why? Go ahead. Go ahead.
My thing, once I leave, I'm not going with another company. I could have left a long time ago. My goal is not to go with another company.
That's what's up. Out and done. What do you what do you think is the matter with the trucking industry today?
What's the matter with it?
Yes.
Well, I think they need to train a little bit more. Because it's a fast-paced training, and you can make a lot of mistakes, and that can get you in trouble. Paying your good drivers that stays, keeping them, the ones who, follow the rules and make it to the stops on time. You pay them, what they worth, because eventually that person's going to get tired and go, and then other companies are looking at them because trust me, they looking at your record. They looking at making sure, especially with the clearinghouse and all that coming into play, and they scouting you out, and I see that. So when you got these big companies that's bringing in, they willing to deal with students because they have the liability to do that. But then you have to say, okay, I have a high turnover. What do I need to do? Some of these students become good drivers, and you need to do what it takes to keep those good drivers.
It's retention. It's not a shortage. It's just retention. It's
retention, and it's other things too. So you do have some drivers who's been out there, what they call cowboys, rodeo cowboys. You have drivers who's trying to, they break the law, not doing their laws right. They drinking on their chin. So you have a lot, and especially with this clearinghouse now, they're not passing the drug test. So you're getting a lot of drivers being out of commission for that and not doing what they need to do to regain their license. But for the bigger companies, it's more of retention, because when you're getting in, you're not going to make a whole bunch of money. If you do, you have to go over the road, and everybody is going to experience that over the road. When you're trying to get home, they send you out farther and farther and farther.
Yep.
So, and then I see a lot of people, especially women, they want to come local as soon as they get out of school. As soon as they get their CDLs, I want to come local, because they want to be with their family. This is not a job with small kids. Not at all.
Quiet as it kept, it's not a job for families either. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Wild Lady Trucker, it was a beautiful thing. Hold up. It was a beautiful thing. I'm glad that I was able to hook up with you.
Yes, finally. It's been a long time coming.
Long time coming, man. I think that's what I should name this. Long time coming. So I have crazy hours, so my hours is not set. That's what's up. Well, I appreciate you very much, man. Thank you very much for what all you do. This is a thankless job, so I am here to thank you for what you do. I appreciate the grind and everything that you put into it.
I have learned a lot off your YouTube. I might not comment, but I used to look at them, and especially when I first started. You
don't rock with me no more, Wild Lady Trucker. What I do?
I don't rock with no one no more. Really, I'm becoming like a nomad. I don't even get on YouTube that much no more. I don't have time no more.
Well,
but when I first was learning and still was trying to learn, hey, I soaked up all the information that I can, and that's one thing that the rookies need to do. They need to soak up all the information that they can out there on the social media, especially people who've been in the industry for a while and know what they're talking about.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Wild Lady Trucker, thank you once again for sharing your testimony and everything with me today. You are a citizen. Well, you always been a citizen. You just ghost me. That's all.
Thank you.
It's gone. Just like that. Anyway, anytime you want to come back on, ma'am, if you want to talk about some topics or anything like that, man, let me know. We'll reach out and we'll talk again soon.
Okay, definitely. Definitely.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. And like that,